You guys are going to war. What's the plan?
Time for fat bitches.
Catherick leaves.
Catherine just all of a sudden disappears. He was so emotionally distraught after killing a dog that he just went into the woods and never came back.
Came out.
So Ever only got 3 pack spell slots. Gotta use these wisely. Technically 4 because of my rod.
Huh.
Yeah. I know you like that.
Hey, are we live?
We're streaming.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say something, but if we're live, then
It wouldn't have been appropriate.
I don't know. A lot of things they say online or when I'm live, but that's not necessary.
We did talk about dick sizes at one point. We rolled
Hmm.
for dick sizes.
well,
Yeah.
it's not that it's inappropriate. It's more like I don't want to offend someone that could easily just watch this and
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure I've said some offensive things. I said some offensive things last night. None that I actually believe in. Although I do have a problem with elves.
not about me. I hope.
that was again. Again.
So
You too have
where
a
did
problem with
we
elves.
where did we leave off last time?
We're back to the Eyes of Io. We got done with the diplomatic mission, and then we just spent the rest of the session shopping.
Okay. I remember now. We had just left from the castle place, or not the castle, but the wizard people place.
Yeah, the
With
Wizards of
Miranda.
Thay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got them to join our side, and
for
then
some reason they killed a dog.
No,
they did not kill a dog. You
you
killed
killed
a
the
dog.
dog.
Don't try don't point the fingers at someone else.
Look, all they did was followed instruction. You just said get a dog, and they assumed you meant you wanted a dog as food, so they went slaughtered a dog. I mean, do you realize the reason why it took several hours for you to get your dog?
I'm just saying, there's zombies. They were zombies, and who's gonna believe them?
We don't accept that kind of bigotry here. That's zombieism.
My next
I feel like
character is
that.
gonna have a
Zombies are people too.
It's true. They are people.
And dead people, but they're people.
It's even hard to tell if he's online when he's on Discord because sometimes he'll have his computer on, Discord up, but Alex is playing on the laptop.
Alex. Right, like move out of the way. Can I highlight him? Oh, nice. He's disappeared. By the way, I'm still disappointed. Nobody posted anything in D&D NS.
I've done the last few ones. Someone else can do it.
I'm
You can
not
do it too, Wind.
good at that stuff.
To be fair, I didn't put in a WNS for last. What did we do last week? Oh, Yaros died. That's right.
Who died?
Yaros. One of the characters in my Wednesday group.
Oh, okay.
Although he's alive. I mean, obviously, because he came and helped free Krebus. Although that didn't go so well, but you know. But he was alive at the time.
Wait, what?
Yaros died.
Oh yeah.
Because somebody had the brilliant idea of having him turn into a gaseous form, go in the lungs of his druid. And then he tried to like undo it and explode the person from inside. But it was going to be a post strength check, and Yaros isn't necessarily that strong. So he was consumed essentially.
Oh.
Or he was crushed is more like it. When the druid went from fire elemental back to druid form, she ended up hurling up Yaros' body.
Got Cribs up, street up, just in case they need him.
When we do get done with this campaign, is the next campaign gonna be like a continuation of this campaign, or is it gonna be a whole separate story?
No, we're going to go backwards in time. Before.
Then the next campaign after that, we'll just step forward,
We'll
shoot forward to past Rise of Tiamat.
I was thinking about I found this thing for like a prelude to Realm of the Frost Maiden for high level people. So it's like if something to end a campaign in that's kind of like as a prelude to and switch the campaign, different heroes and everything. But
Okay. I have a character in mind already, but I wanted to like ask everyone else what they were gonna play first and
Don't
kind of
worry. Like what I've found about this, that like I know you've done this stuff. Just play what you want to play. We'll figure out a way in game, make things work. If we don't have a full right party, I'm doing monk. Josh hasn't decided what he's doing yet.
I mean, he could do
Decided what he's doing.
Barbarian. He could bring Mighty.
He might. Talk about the next campaign. But yeah, my deep gnome monk is ready to throw punches.
I gave him enough time. All right. We're going to start.
Maybe he won't be. God, I keep him and hawing about stuff because Fire Genasi would be nice. Just the burning hands. I don't know. We'll see.
You don't have a problem. No, you don't.
No.
What are you talking about? No problem. All right.
Problems.
Again, previously on Bears Dragons. You guys went on a diplomatic mission and then went shopping.
And Keither killed a dog. You got a little bit more time on that, buddy. Just a little bit more.
Although Keithrick's Rogue Bro, boy, thoroughly enjoyed the dog. That was delightful.
And Squall was just disappointed.
He's not mad.
Not mad, just disappointed. Total dad move.
Look, I just want a dog companion. I didn't think that the zombie would.
You're no longer a ranger.
I don't care. I just wanted a dog.
The mechanics aren't there.
I mean, I didn't plan on having the dog fight for us. I just wanted a dog, like a stay-at-home dog or something.
You just wanted a pet.
Yeah. But no. Zombie took that away from me.
Well, next time, be more specific on what you want.
I don't think Kethrick's ever gonna try to do anything like that again.
Lesson learned.
All right. So, in addition, also in the meantime, I think this all took place. No, that took place between Thoughtful's Tower and Mission
The whole Creevis and Criv thing.
Grievous.
Yeah, that's already taken. Like everyone was back already since then.
So, Kriebus, you had noticed he's like all busy. A lot of people have been showing up. There's this one turtle woman whose cooking is amazing. There's this kind of like trio of guys. There's this halfling rogue, this tall Goliath monk, and somewhere in between is this Leonin. Yeah, I think he's a gunslinger of some kind, but for some reason he also has this like blade, which has kind of like the rotating thing of a revolver on it, and you might have seen him use it. And he swings it against one of the target dummies in a certain manner, and you see this little explosion as if a gunshot was fired.
Someone actually homebrewed that.
I haven't actually homebrewed the actual item yet. But you've also seen him like pull out a pistol, which he shoots as well, and he seems to be a good shot.
So all these new people are in the building that we are in.
Yep, they've got the home quarters.
Cool. Kethrick is gonna spend all his time trying his best to hide from these new people.
I'm going to stealth check.
Well, also someone made Gunbreaker a homebrewed a Gunbreaker subclass.
Oh, there actually is one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, cool.
Oh yeah, there's Astrologian, like pretty much all the like.
Oh, fancy.
Not showing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I saw the result. Maybe you have the.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put that on. But I'll roll my advantage real quick. The first one will do.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you hear Creepus on occasion going. I thought I saw Keithrick around here somewhere. I don't know where he is. But it's like, yeah, even I can't seem to find him. He's doing pretty good at the hiding. Either that or he's not here. Do you think he abandoned the cause? My rogue bro! boys running around the entire match. Ethric! Ethric! Bro, where are you?
Yeah, I wouldn't hide somewhere like real creative, just somewhere behind something or whatever.
You're just very still. Always make sure you're in the. You're actually hiding behind a tree. just depending on where the sun is during the day, you just got to adjust yourself.
Patience.
You're actually probably up in the tree, and it's just nice and calm and cool and soothing. You're just super, super quiet and always in the shade. Disappear from sight.
One new person, maybe, but too many people.
I mean, it's the same in general, because when you first got here, the Eisvire from Iodron were taking up residence, and they had a whole squad. As these people have been coming in, basically somebody from the Iodronian team has returned back to Iodron. So it's the same number of people, it's just new people.
New people is all I'm hearing.
That's all that matters to him. New people.
Well, it's like underneath the tree that you're in. It's like, man, where did he go? I mean, and whoever heard of a socially awkward rogue? I mean, really, this doesn't make any sense.
I'll drop a little nut on his head.
Ew. Let me a stealth check. Unless you're trying not intentionally trying to.
No, I'm not trying to hide from him. I'm just letting him know that I'm up here.
Ew. Oh, there you are. Hey, Bro, come down. You should try the food that Agatha makes. It's so good.
No, thank you.
Want me to bring you some? What are you doing up there, anyways?
Hiding.
Why are you hiding?
Too many new people.
I mean, it won't be new if you come and meet them.
No, thank you. Dealing with things.
When you go to the meeting, there are like 100 people on the balcony. Because you kind of stay hidden in the background. That Wall does all the work. Or Krev. Krev was doing it before. Well, are you okay up there?
Yes, I am perfectly fine. Just
Want me to bring you some food?
please and thank you.
Okay. Anything you'd like?
Meat. Oh no.
Wow, I already almost fell into that again.
Bread.
Bread? Okay. Are you sure you don't want some like sort of meat, like sausages or something?
No, I'm good.
Steak.
Good steak. I mean, don't get me wrong, it probably won't be dog because we don't serve dog here. Although dog was delicious. You could have tried some.
He just sulks.
I mean, it's just normal food.
Bread is good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Agatha! Ketherick wants some bread. Where is he, dearie? Oh, he's just up in the tree over there. He's trying to hide from everybody.
Thank you.
But nobody go looking for him. He wants to be alone. Just it's fine. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I probably shouldn't have said that, should I? Oh, here, dearie. Here's a loaf of bread. Does he want any butter or anything with it? Oh, wait a minute. Let me come over here. Yes. Yes, here are some honey buns. I'm sure he'll love these. Wait, Toad? Toad. Please grab that basket over there. And this mushroom saunters over and puts a basket on his head and kind of saunters over to Agatha. Says, okay, let's see. We've got some nice sweet buns, and we've got some of this lovely bread. Oh, it's such a nice kitchen. She just kind of like loads them. Now, boy, dearie, would you please take this to Keswick for me, please? Yes, Gran. He grabs a basket and he comes out. He comes out under the tree and says,
I'll climb down.
whoosh! He turns into his dragon form. And he just kind of floats up and he says, "It's a delivery." His voice kind of changes because he's now in dragon form. He's just like hovering there with the basket. You can see it like a baguette poking out the side.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And he floats back down and pops back into boy form.
I'll just stay up here for like an hour or something. I don't know. Eating bread.
Yeah. You see this monk, this half naked Goliath, standing next to the shore, and he seems to be doing some like Tai Chi or something like that.
I'll observe him for a bit.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Oh, wrong tab. Perception. I'm not very good at these.
Okay.
My passive perception is way better than my perception.
What's your passive perception?
18.
18. Okay. You notice the other side of you hear the basket open. You look over and there's this halfling that's sitting in a branch next to you. Hey, what are you doing up here? I'm Essigos, by the way. Oh, these sweet buns are good.
Just all of a sudden. Just compete.
I'm sorry.
I gotta go.
I mean, if you want to stay up here, it's fine. It's just curious. Plus, those buns, the bread that's in here smells so good. I did see boy fly up here and everything.
Does he have his own basket or is he taking from my basket?
Take it from yours.
Okay.
Looking at him, he's got like some nice leather gear. He's got this kind of like little this like little cloth kind of wrapped around his neck, which looks like it could come up and could cover his face and everything. Easily tell that he's some sort of rogue.
Yeah. Sure, you can partake in my bread.
I mean, were you really planning to eat all this? If you look at the basket, it is filled to the brim of different sorts of breads, buns, baguettes, just regular loaf bread. I mean, it's a lot of bread.
Just start consuming bread after bread, trying my best to eat as much as I can.
Roll me a dex save.
Would that be a con save? Just
Dex save? Oof.
you not fail.
So as you're seeing this, you're basically like, no, I'm keeping all this bread, and you start eating it, but you're so focused on eating, you forget to maintain balance on the branch that you've perched yourself on. And you fall. Probably about 20 feet. Pick it up. Okay, what was it? Like, yeah, 2D. So you take 11 points of damage. As you fall flat in your face, the basket is spilled all over. The bread starts spilling on the, or the halfling rogue is like, wow, are you okay? And you just kind of like boom, 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 just pops that branch, and just lands neatly next to you.
If my hood is not already on my head, I just continue laying down, just put my hood on, and just
You just like
lay there.
You
like
just stay face planted, and then
And I'll just continue laying there. If anyone talks to me, I'm not talking.
you hear a little munching next to you.
Oh, and occasionally I'll just reach out, not looking, just keeping my head on the ground, but reach around me looking for a piece of bread and munch
You feel a small head take one of your hands and puts a bun in it.
I'll eat it.
You know, we're actually pretty nice people. Is it just too much for you? I mean, I know that like the people that were here before, because like they're in Iodron and everything, but and we're kind of here to replace them, but more establishing ours. I mean, this sort of thing, but which I mean, Crebus hired us, so Crebus and Lemon and hired us, and do you think that we would hire some bad people?
vagabonds.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I spent some time with this Zentarum, but no, in the end, I was like, I learned what I needed to, and then I found Eligos and Emigos. And I found it really strange that our names were so close to each other. I mean, it kind of makes sense because S, small, that's me, and then M, who's kind of like medium size, But then you have Eligos, who's like the tallest. He's large, actually like a really large size, or just really tall. You should see how flexible he is.
Okay. Kethel could probably start feeling bad that he's ignoring this person so much, so he'll get up, he'll sit up, and he'll grab as much bread as he can, hold in his arms.
Gotta put it in your lap and just like start munching on it. That's good. Well, see, that's better. He looks up at you. There's sitting up. You're taller than him. He's just kind of sitting on the ground. It's good bread though, right?
Is it?
Yes, it's delicious.
Yes.
You find some cheddar biscuits in there.
Cheddar biscuits? Like biscuits with bits of cheese in it?
Yeah, like have you ever been to like Red Lobster and they've got the
Or really
the
cheese
cheddar
in it?
biscuits?
Oh. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, he's destroying those.
Mm, You got an appetite. Shouldn't eat too much. You need to make sure that you have plenty of flexibility, being able to move quickly and quietly. I mean, how long have you been a rogue? I can't. For some reason, I can't quite make out your age.
um okay, so timeline wise, how old is Kessler? I don't know. He's in his 20s or fuck. I wrote it down. I hope I did. the time of his leaving of his clan, tribe, whatever, he was 24. I don't know how long it's been since then.
Probably a couple years. You were way out there, right?
Yeah,
So you like ran far away.
27.
Probably 3 or 4 years, yeah. Probably ran in there.
Oh, I should update that. Oops.
I mean, I'm only 50. I'm pretty young for my age. I've been doing this like rogue thing for like 30 years, so so
Less than a year.
that's a year? Wow.
When
I
did
mean,
we die?
probably about a couple of 10 days ago.
Well, it's been a
Actually,
week.
it's probably been less than that, but I'm extending it. I'm extending time. Yeah, I had to
Hasn't been
take
that
some
long.
time. Yeah. Wow. You know, I didn't even notice you there until I saw the Dragon Boy fly up and hand you that basket. So you're pretty good at hiding there. Like, what did you do like before you decided to go rogue?
I hunted.
Oh, more like a ranger. Oh, you know, there's kind of some crosses between those two, I suppose. It was more of a natural thing and such.
Keswick just keeps on eating bread and like trying to find something to
Well,
distract this halfling.
what are you into? Like,
Man,
I mean, look at Alagos over there. He's half naked as it is. Is that something you're into? Or are you thinking more along like maybe not Frederica herself because that she's just off putting to anybody, but like female form? Or do you like the male form?
Very intimidating. Um, I would never approach anyone of her stature. Is that the word?
Personality maybe.
Yeah.
Do you like him tall, dark, and handsome, or slim and pretty?
I do not like females, woman, whatever.
Eh, okay. What do you think of Elagos over there? And he rattles his eyebrows. On the market, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Elagos is not my cup of tea. But might be yours.
He is very lookable, attractive. Uh,
He's
but
bald, gray skin. You do see this like blue tattoo on the left side of his face. You also notice, uh, like glancing over and looking back at the halfling. The halfling has the same exact tattoo, but on the right side of his face.
okay. Um. So after biting a piece of bread, he's just gonna like force a cough out, and I'm gonna say, have you met Squall yet? He's a pretty nice guy. Let's go find him. And he'll just get up and start walking towards the building, looking
Yeah,
for
sure.
Squall.
Oh, Hold on. We still got some bread left over here. Can turn this back to Gran. I think she wants us to call her. He grabs the basket and starts following you. Squall, where are you?
What time of day is it?
I would say this is probably like mid-afternoon.
As if the time of day matters.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. Yes, it does.
It does.
He would probably mid-afternoon, probably be up in the library reading if there's nothing going on right now. Waiting to hear back from Jordan.
So you go searching around, and you walk past the library, and you see Paul sitting there in a chair, or would you be like lying on the couch? Levitating?
Levitating.
Levitating.
Just in the air, just like on his side. Like you think there is one of those like psychiatrists that are like chairs, like up
The
in
chaise lounge.
yeah, but there isn't. But he's laying on it like there is one.
He's got his arm kind of like up like this, and he's like holding.
Seems uncomfortable.
Actually,
Whoa, that's impressive. Says this little halfling.
little thing gift for my patron.
Squall, this is
Essigos. Essigos Winsmall. Pleased to meet you.
Charmed.
Apparently, I'm one of the new Rogue Bros, according to the blue boy.
Okay, you're one of the new. All right, I gotcha. It's a pleasure to have you here at the Eye.
Yeah, the three of us that came. It was me, Eligos, and Emigos, and we thought this would be a good way to do some good, great information gathering, stealthing, thieving, that sort of thing. Anything that would absolutely be needed. Meanwhile, Eligos is more of like the tough punch sort of guy, and Emigos, he's just been kind of interesting because he uses his pistol a lot, but if anybody ever gets up close, whoo boy, that gunblade of his, should see it in action.
Well, you're a welcome addition to the Eye, like I said, and we are pleased to have you in all four.
Why, thank you, and I understand you guys are part of the Pyre Faith, so not directly in relation. We're technically your patrons and such. If you guys need anything, any information, you need my help for anything,
We shall. We shall.
I'm your infiltration information.
That's a mouthful.
I have links. I have contacts in the Zentarum. Word is that based off of what's been happening here, they're actually willing to help.
Well, that's good. The
Mhm.
more people we have to help out, the more likely we are to succeed.
Yeah, the Zentarum has already sent some spies into the Cult of the Dragon already. I think they are working with the Harpers, coordinate like their information, but they haven't really been like public about it or anything because they know what some people think about the Zentarum. They're really not that bad. Okay, so sometimes they're thieves and murderers, but one of the reasons why I got out of being part of them. Don't worry, I keep them at arm's length, but I keep my contacts because you never know when you could use them. Because sometimes the underbelly can be very useful.
Very true.
So, what do you guys do recently? Like, hops up on one of the chairs and just kind of like crosses his legs.
Just a routine diplomatic mission with the wizards that they.
Oh, that must have been fun.
It was, and he looks to Keithrick. Interesting.
I just have my head down.
What did you do before that, though? Like, tell me about your last couple of missions. I mean, diplomatic missions today, and it's boring.
What happened to Wizard's Tower? Fought a blue dragon.
Wait,
Could that really?
did you clear that place out?
The Wizard's Tower?
Yeah.
No. We were more there for to try to rescue someone, but he ended up dead. So we left.
So you left the job undone.
Well, the job was to try to rescue someone from the that was trying to.
Are you sure you didn't kill everybody in there, or at least sweep it out? Of basically get
Oh,
the
we
cult of the
beat-
dragon out of the tower.
Well, our mission wasn't to clear them out of the tower. Our mission was to try to rescue someone, try to get someone out before the cult found them.
Oh, so you technically don't have control.
No.
You know that could be a huge bargaining chip.
Bargaining chip for who?
Yeah, if you clear out Zontal's tower, and basically since nobody's there anymore, you essentially lay claim to it. You could probably give that to somebody if you guys don't want it. But the call of the dragon's still there. I mean, that's actually an asset for them. Still.
That would hurt them.
I mean, hold on. You know what? I gotta go do something. And he runs out of the room.
That was weird, and then I just hang upside down.
He talked a lot, but seems friendly.
Oh, most certainly. Just like this group, everyone's that's something special to them.
Jordan pokes his head around the corner. I got some good news and bad news. Oh, hi, Keithrick.
Who is
Time
this?
you got back. Jordan, my boyfriend.
Ah,
He comes up and while Squall, I'm assuming, is like head laying over the edge of the
Yeah, I'm just
pseudo thing. He comes up to you and gives you an upside down kiss.
Spider-Man kiss.
That's what I was just gonna say. Spider-Man.
He says,
What's up?
"Well, I didn't have to pay for anything. It's the good news. Bad news is, right now with all that's going on, it's kind of not the market for buying anything."
So there's nothing for sale.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that just means.
I think after we get this hullabaloo all taken care of,
Yeah.
we'll be able to actually really go deep into it. So
We'll hold off.
save money. He gives you a rub on the belly.
Okay. We should figure out our next plan.
I think it's
try to go look for, like, get down and like something must be happening soon with this cult, so we should go look at and find Kribus and then see what is next to be done.
You find Krivas in the dining room eating something, and Lemon's reading something to him. Oh, glad you're here. Apparently, the next council meeting will be in a couple days. Be ready. I did get some word that they did want to say thank you for whatever you did for the dragons, because apparently Elia came by and said, "Hey, you know all that like apologizing. You don't have to do that anymore. All they really care about is they're just asking that if we collect the dragon masks, that they keep those secure. That we hand them over to them. It's really weird. Weird. I don't know what happened there.
That is true.
Yeah. So essentially, and in the meantime, they sent the metallic dragons have actually dispersed across all of Sword Coast and are protecting and helping with things happening with the areas. So right now, well, most likely would have been a bad raids against many of the cities in the town nearby from the Cult of the Dragon. With with the help of the metallic dragons, everybody should be pretty safe. So this way, they can dedicate more resources to our actual assault on the Well of the Dragons.
Be right back, guys.
But
Did you say Crevis was saying this?
yeah,
Is he? What is this before or after the whole?
this is after you just see White Dragonborn, just normal White Dragonborn. What you see.
Does he look any different?
Besides the lack of wings, he used to have wings, but at least what you're seeing right now, there's no wings.
I'm gonna start looking for his wings. Like
He kind of like look around him. He's like, look for something.
no, nothing.
Uh-oh. Give me a deception check.
Deception. Ooh, how am I? Well, I am very uncharismatic.
Ah, you're looking for the wings, right? Hold on. And he just kind of gives a flex, and these wings come flopping out. Now that I got this change shape ability, I can have them there, or wings go back. Not have them there.
Sorry about that. Roommate was trying to get into the house.
Gotcha.
No wing creeps.
Yeah, I mean, while I was getting used to like sleeping with wings, I felt it kind of awkward. Crave walks into the room. Crave has wings.
Did he usually not have wings?
Nope.
Yeah. He up until recently did not have wings.
Everything's just confusing. So many changes. I'm saying this out loud.
I mean,
Changes.
for I don't know why Curve doesn't have a problem sleeping with those wings, but he even sleeps with them. It's really kind of strange. I always felt that. I'm sorry, honey. I just always felt it awkward. That was all.
I've had many thousands of years sleeping with wings.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a point there.
These are just because of my barbaric path.
Oh, I thought you just put them there just because now that you could.
Well, I still could take them away, but I like them.
Oh, I mean, each their own. Love you anyways, honey.
The squall pipe up. So, what do we need to do now? Just wait?
Yeah, just get ready for the council. Apparently, we'll probably gonna be talking about your current the last two missions you had. There was some comment about like Like if we had control over Xanthos Tower, um, uh, because if we have control, that would definitely be an asset that we're taking. You guys did clear it out, right?
No, because our mission was to try to retrieve the cult member, not to clear it out.
Don't worry, I've got that solved. Says a voice from behind you, and you turn around. You see the halfling. You see Esagos, Ebigos, and Eligos are standing by. He says, "We'll take care of it." He says, hey, are you sure about it? And Eligos is like, absolutely, shouldn't be much of a problem. We'll make sure it's secure. Might take you some time. Uh, might take you some time. Layden, Layden. Layden pokes his head into the dining room. Yes, pops. Hey, can you take these three over to Xanthos Tower? Actually, why don't you go with them just overall? We want to make sure that it's nice and secure. By the way, Mage Tower. Any specifics we should be aware of?
Ooh, the maze. Well, I don't really know how we got through that.
Go through the hedges. Once you get to the sundial, we went through it. We went through the hedge, and we were able to get through the maze. If you just continue through the just don't pay attention to the sundial itself. Right? Yeah. We
Oh,
just fell.
fireball.
We just fell through the maze, the hedge. Probably. Boy did.
Just, just as soon as you see the castle, just start casting fireball on it from far away. Don't worry about getting close to it. Just pelt it with fireball.
The Leonin says, none of us actually have fire spells.
Good luck.
We will just investigate and make sure that they're all clear. Come on, let's go. Layden goes off to with the Ugoses.
A goes.
The three wins.
Where are we? We're in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, in the dining room.
Okay.
Kitchen's off to the side.
Um,
It smells delightful coming from there.
did
You hear the sounds of stool, and toad. Says yes, dear, he's over here.
I'm gonna try to return the basket.
Yeah, you're walking to the room and you see this turtle wandering about, working on some stuff on the stove. You have pots boiling and everything, and you see these two mushrooms, giant mushrooms, walking around and helping out where they can.
Have I ever seen a turtle before?
I don't know. Well,
Um,
roll me a nature check. Probably not necessarily appropriate, but nature or history. Nature. That's fine. So you're aware of turtles. You may have actually like seen one at a distance or something. I'm not sure if you actually would have actually met one, but they're turtle people.
um,
They have really long lives.
and the mushrooms.
Oh yeah, with that nature check, you would definitely know that she's probably a druid, and B, those are awakened mushrooms, awakened fungi, and apparently their names must be Toad and Stool.
So, um, new
Oh, call me Gran, honey. Name's Agatha, but just call me Gran.
Hello, Gran. I believe this is your
Get
basket.
there.
Oh, why, thank you. Oh, there's still some bread in here. Are you eating? Sure, you're eating enough. Enough. Did you want something else? Would you like some sausages?
No,
Put some more meat on your bones.
I have plenty, thank you.
I do have some good. If you're more of a vegetarian, I've got some vegetarian meals I can cook up.
No, I'm just going through stuff. I don't want to talk about it.
Well,
Thank you for the
if you ever need a friendly ear, just let me know.
thank you for the bread, and I just walk away.
Very welcome, dearie. No, Toad, over here. Goes back out to cooking stuff.
Ooh. Okay.
So Zontal's tower is being secured.
Okay.
Yay!
All right. So now that we know that Zontal's tower is going to be secured, we need to find out what we want to do with that. Is there somebody we can give it to? Because I don't know about us, but I don't think we will really be needing the Wizard's tower for anything.
Mm,
And I'm sure. Well, I suppose Cyrus might want something, but got like caught up in that business behind me. I don't even know what he's doing right now. I know what he was doing before, but now I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. Maybe he's just become the arcane agent for Bahamut. I don't know. Maybe he's become the maybe he's going to be a silver canary or something like that, floating around. I don't know. He's a mini dragon, so he's going to work a little bit different.
Are we still in Waterdeep?
South of Waterdeep at the Sanctum of Eyes. Mm-hmm. Waterdeep's nearby, a few miles out, so short trip by horse or other riding animal, and or maybe an hour or two walk.
Okay, I was just wondering. We're looking at Waterdeep, and it's impossible to not have it in your head.
I suppose I can put you to.
Oh, I'm not like complaining that we're
You
constantly
know,
moving.
technically we're here. I mean, it's not exact. I'm just guessing what's there. So, but whatever. And it's still loading for me. Everything's all pixely. Big image.
Face walks up to Squall. I'm just kidding. Um, oh, who is currently manning the inventory place?
Gemma.
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 Gemma is Q. She is your quartermaster.
Ah, is there a queue somewhere on the map or something?
I don't think so.
Okay.
The shop is really kind of like this is like the main like building, but there's like a beach off to the west, and just a little bit off from there is kind of like Gemma's workshop and shop, for lack of a better term.
Um, I don't know. I'm not looking for her. I was just
You
trying
just
to.
want to like browse.
Catherick isn't really doing anything. He's just waiting for something to happen.
We're just waiting for 2 days, like the days to pass, so I'm guessing this is a. Is there something you want to do before we progress to the
Yes.
meeting? I want to progress to combat. I want to fight some shit.
um,
Sadly, we're not at that part of the module yet.
could I possibly find some better armor? What I have now.
What armor do you have now?
Studded leather +1.
Plus one leather.
Yes.
Did you want to like go with a resistance or anything you were looking for in particular?
Honestly, no. I'm not really familiar with all the armors. I really just wanted something better, if possible. God, now I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I remember. I was looking at this living armor, or I think, but then I continued reading it and pretty much know the fun leather, but one, I don't think I'd be able to find that, and two, Ketherick would not wear that unless he was forced to wear it for some reason.
Yeah, probably not. Go to Gemma to see if she's got everything. It says she looks at your current armor. You have studded leather, right?
Yes.
Ah, excellent. Hold on. And she goes back into the back room and she comes out with paintbrush. Says, meaning to try this. You want me to do this while you're on it, or it would probably be easier for me if you took that off? You want to change somewhere, or
He takes off his armor and gives it to her.
okay? Do you wear anything underneath your studded leather armor, or you just like bare chested now?
All naturality.
Okay. She goes, ah, nice physique. Anyways, hold on. Says, what did I call her? Bastion, can you bring out the mannequin? Yeah, my height, please. Thank you. And this Warforged does not look like the Warforged that Court had, who was like big, bulky, and strong, very more masculine looking. This one's more lithe and slim, but looks like she's still pretty buff. And you could definitely, it has more of a female figure to her. She comes out with a mannequin. And Jemba puts the armor on the mannequin and takes the brush. Okay, let's see if this works. She starts carefully brushing the leather, and it seems to start shining. And it takes about an hour for her to get through, and she's like, she has to kind of like turn it inside out. She brushes it. Says, "Okay, now we just need to let it dry. Um, this might take a while. Um, get it done, fan. Do you want some armor in the meantime, or Are you good like this? Because otherwise, it's just kind of like hanging out here for probably several hours while this dries.
I'm good. I'm here. We're here for about 2 days, so I'll come by and get it at some point.
Oh,
I
okay.
constantly blew on it. Would that go along or make it go by faster?
The days or the
No, the thing dry.
okay. Squall, did you follow Ketherick to Jemna's?
I could wander.
Okay. The squall walks into the room, sees Ketherick shirtless.
This is the first time for this.
Oh,
He looks you up and down.
he
Meh,
he covers his nipples.
just
No, he doesn't do
meh.
that.
What are we waiting here for?
I was trying to get better armor, and
I'm upgrading Ketherick's armor with the new thing that I'm trying. It just takes some time to dry. And she opens a box and she puts a brush back inside and closes it and locks it, then stows it away.
I will return at some point before we.
Yeah, it should only be a couple hours. It's not going to take that long.
Thank you. And
Why did Quart never rethink about using this? I mean, you could probably make as you're walking out, you're kind of like mumbling and chatting with Bastion. Women are so much better than this thing. Men, a little bit of a feminist.
I don't think I was ever given a room, so
Well, we
Heather.
weren't given rooms. We just chose rooms.
Yeah, so you can just like
But
take whatever.
Gemma, if I blew on that, could they go by faster?
Uh,
I am an air genasi, so we have big breath.
you know what? I don't want to like worry about contaminating anything, so I'd rather you not.
Contaminating. That is.
Well, just various molecules, not like anything that would be like bad for you, but could damage the magic that's enhancing it.
But
Just because of like a speck of dust or
contaminating,
something.
that's a harsh word. I'm just
I mean,
kidding.
yeah, bye.
Contaminating.
You hear behind you, men.
Catholic will try to find a spare shirt somewhere.
With plenty of empty rooms.
You do notice Crib and Crebus never wear shirts. They always have some sort of leather harness. Jordan sees you and he looks you up and down and says, "Nice. Uh, did you need something to cover up?"
Please.
Oh, okay. Hey, come with me. I might have something that should fit. And he actually probably has more of a underbite tusked thing because he's a full orc versus your half orc. And he easily finds you just a nice linen shirt. Nothing special about it. It is more of like a tan brown color, but it just seems it's very lightweight and breathable. As somebody who lives in a desert might wear.
My armor class jumped from 17 to 14. That's
I didn't even tell you what you got.
Oh no, I just took my armor off on D&D Beyond. Um, and yeah, he'll just wander around, maybe go into town, just like get stuff.
You go to Waterdeep, and it seems to be bustling busy. You do see a lot of guards at the gate. More guards at the gate. And just guards in general seem to be. There seems to be more patrols. You see not just this standard city guard, but it looks like some from the Order of the Gauntlet
This is
are out, and they seem to be on patrol. They don't seem to be like hindering anything, but their presence is felt more.
Can I like snoop? Like try to listen in to conversations or whatever?
Are you just trying to listen to conversations with the between the city guards?
Yeah, like I just want to try to figure out why there's more patrol going on or something. Heather wouldn't outright ask, "Hey guys, what's going on?
If you're trying to like be relatively near like with city guards, they seem to be very silent and watchful. Um, and whenever you do see two of them get close to each other, they have a have some sort of brief conversation about things that might have happened, or like nothing's been happening over here. I'm here to relieve you, that sort of thing.
Okay, I guess the next option would be go to a local tavern and ask tavern owner, what's up?
So you go to one of the taverns more on the south side of town, and talk to the bar owner. And says, "Oh, with all the with everybody getting all ready for war, they've tightened up security here, especially considering the council. Here, they're also going to be having a war council of some type. It's fear that we might have spies amongst our midst, so we're trying to keep a more watchful eye and having presence of the gods around to kind of deter any spies that might attempt to infiltrate us.
Makes sense.
At least that's what I heard."
Thank you, and I will take a mug of ale.
Yeah, excellent. Just a silver piece.
Oh, and what meat do they have?
They have sausages. It's pretty much it's very much bar food.
We'll take a sausage. And yeah, that's it. Just ale and a sausage.
It brings you a sausage on a stick.
How much was that again?
Just a silver for the whole thing. Let me know if you need anything else. He goes back and continues serving patrons. It's a little bit sparse.
So pretty much, Catholic is gonna just constantly look at the sausage, trying to will himself to like get over what he did. You know, trying to get himself to eat it without feeling bad for the dog.
All right, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Tabs, cooperate.
You remember something that sometimes sausages have been referred to as hot dogs. And it kind of gives you kind of like this chill and everything. But you're looking at this, and it's just this nice kind of like kind of semi U shape, um, and it's got grill marks, and man, this looks really delicious. But yeah, this is definitely not. This is definitely not. This is just spice pork, or maybe some beef, or some mixture thereof. Normal stuff. Probably about 10 minutes, and then you're to build up the will to just take a bite, and you take that bite, and you remember what sausages taste. The delicious taste of real non-dog meat. And then you go back to like putting it down.
And I guess
It takes you some time, but you power through it.
come nighttime, I don't know what time it is, but for
Yeah,
the
it's probably getting to the evening.
for the rest of the day until nighttime, he'll just drink casually, um, and
Patrick's not much of a drinker, is he?
no.
Okay.
That's why I
So
said
I'm gonna say you made that mug last. just one ale, several hours. You get the kind of little buzz, feel a little looser. Maybe you ask for another sausage. I don't know.
sure. I'll ask for
Liquid
another.
courage. You get a second sausage. This time,
Th-
no problem.
This place have like an open door, like where I missed the description of the place like Keith said. I apologize.
I didn't really describe the place. I just said it was a tavern. It's not the Iron Bear. I will tell you that.
Well,
It's another tavern.
I have something funny that I want to do, but I have to see if like the place has an open door or not.
Yeah, that's you just walk in.
Is it
Or
just an archway or is there a door?
oh no, there's a door. There's a door.
Okay. So as soon as the next patron comes in, you see a familiar pseudo dragon, small pseudo dragon fly in,
Hey,
and then pop onto your table.
I'm sorry, what's happening?
it's a little fiery pseudo dragon.
My pseudo dragon's popped on your table.
Do I recognize it?
Yeah,
Yes.
this is
Yes.
definitely Squall pseudo dragon.
Yay.
He all of a sudden then wait, let me see this. Let me read this. All of a sudden his mouth opens up and you hear Squall. Are you gonna come back to the place anytime soon? Just check and make sure you're okay.
um. Okay. So Kevin
You just
doesn't know how this works, so he gets closer to the dragon, talks into its mouth, and it says,
you
yes.
just see like Ragnar just like just talk normally. Like it's not a microphone. I can just hear and see and speak through Ragnar to you.
um, yes.
Okay. I'm just checking on you because you've been a little weird since we got back from Faye.
Thank you.
Do you want me
I
to stay around or should Ragnar go?
uh, I'll be home soon. I don't expect to run into problems or anything.
say, I'll have Ragnar come home.
Okay. Thank you for checking up.
Yes. And then just Ragnar just pops pops into nothing.
It disappears.
He
Voice of
waits.
the master. Or the chain master. One of
Mhm.
these get a new avocation. He leveled up. So
Keswick,
now I can see there's no limit on what I can do with him with perception and everything. As long as we're on the same plane of existence, I can talk to it through him and see him and communicate with him.
after he poofs, Keswick like does this whole hand thing.
To see if he's actually gone.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, and eventually he'll just get up and make his way home.
All right, roll me a con save.
Okay. Ugh, God.
You are definitely not a drinker. Even a mug after a veil, after a couple hours, you are not steady on your feet. You are slowly walking. The area is kind of spinning. Like, whoa.
Maybe I should have asked for help. I mean, can I make it back home?
After you are getting like just a few blocks away from the south gate that you need to get to go out. Did you take like a mount to get into town, or did you just walk?
I just walked.
Just walked. Okay. With like a couple blocks of the south gate, you fall flat in your face and pass out.
Cool. So we know what not to do. We're all
But you know what not to do.
I don't
But
like
so 7 minutes, about 7 minutes later, although you wouldn't really be able to tell because you passed out, all of a sudden water gets splashed onto your face. By the way, you landed face first into the mud.
cool.
It says, "Hey!" And then you feel somebody slapping your face. Hey, are you okay, sir? We found you passed out. How many fingers am I holding up? Looks like he has 4. Oh, you're drunk. How much have you had to drink tonight, sir?
He burps a little, and I don't know.
Oh, all right. Here, look, here. Let's take you to some place that you can sleep it off. And he kind of like lifts you up and gets gets on your arm. Come on, let's go. And he escort you to the nearest watch station. It's it's like a booth practically, but it does have like a bench on the side. And he says, "Why don't you just lay down here and just sleep it off? Don't worry, we won't. We just want you to stay safe." I mean, did you have an in room? Could live nearby, or you were just a couple blocks from the south gate. I don't know why you were going that way. This guy does not know who you are.
I don't know who he is.
It's just a city watch guy.
I'll attempt to tell him, like Eyes of Io,
Oh,
whatever.
oh, you're one of them. We'll see if we can send somebody to send them a message to pick you up, and he says you just stay right here. Let them know where you are.
Give a gold piece.
I said, no. I don't need any. You keep that. I'll be right back. Just go ahead and just sleep it off. Somebody be by to pick you up.
Sleep.
Says, meanwhile, Squall back at the ranch. You hear this burst of laughter coming. Oh, that's hilarious. Who? We should probably get somebody to go pick him up. Oh man, I wonder how much he actually drank. He's not much of a drinker.
See what's going on.
This is Squall. Get this. Just got a message from City Watch. Apparently, Catherine passed out from being drunk.
I know I shouldn't have left him alone. I'll go get him.
Yeah, you might as well take a couple horses. You just mount them on there.
No, I can handle it on my own.
All right. Thanks, Squall. Get it. He hands you a copy of the message, which tells you exactly where you can find him. And in just like a half an hour or so, you arrive at this little booth, and you see a passed out Catholic on the bench inside the watch station. The car I was watching is hello. You come to pick up Catholic?
Yes.
Yes, he apparently drank a little too much. I put 2 fingers in front of him, and he said I had 4 fingers.
Well, he never said like he was a drinker to me. Alright. I appreciate you helping us out and all.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my duty. I also wanted to keep him safe. We don't know who's out here nowadays.
Very true. So I'm going to cast Levitate on him. Oh.
He's Catholic is still passed out, and all of a sudden,
And elemental gift on myself, so we both have a equal flying speed, and then we just get out of there. And then be like, "Thank you again so much." Just start.
thank you.
I'd imagine
Guard's like, wow. The next day, oh, does Squall want to do anything else after he puts Catholic to bed?
No.
Next day, Catholic, you have an enormous headache.
Yay.
Jordan has was proud of Squall being the good designated driver per se.
Being the dad of the group.
Yeah. He gave you a special present when you came back. Wink.
Hey.
Like, how's that different from any other night?
Yeah. I was about to say, hey. Get bored to the meeting.
This is meeting day.
No, one more day.
Okay. So I wake up.
By the way, there are some delicious smells coming from the dining room kitchen area. Absolutely delicious smells.
I wake up. I have no idea where I am, but I look around. Where am I?
You are in a room. It looks like it was a room that a ranger would have had. and uh, and you would probably have recognized that. Yeah, this is probably a room that was once used by Herrick, the ranger of the Eyes of Io of Iodron, who have already left. You're actually on a hammock.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. The door opens and you hear stool, and this mushroom comes in, and he has a tray balanced on top of his head, and it has some water and some just this pile of just bread. It seems to be a like flatbread sort of thing, and it looks like there's a little pad of butter and some in a little pot of honey. You probably dip it in and some utensils. You go, Toad. He just stands there. Actually, no, stool. I forgot which one it went up.
Stare at it.
Get it
for a
right.
second.
Oh.
I stare at it for a second. I imagine that it stares back at me as well.
Yeah, he's just looking at you. Oh, there. I would also say there's probably like a little pot of tea or a pot of tea in a teacup.
And I'll take the tray.
Mhm.
I would say thank you.
Cool. It goes off. There's a little like desk there with chair, so you can easily put it down and eat there.
And I will eat.
You do see a little note says put some of the honey in the tea. This should help with your hangover. Love, Gran.
Yep. And I will just eat. Yeah.
It seems to do wonders for you.
Yay. How old would I think the tortoise's Gran is?
She's definitely a couple hundred years old. When she said that she's a grandma, she's not kidding. She's probably a grandma several times over.
Experience.
Mhm.
Um. Yeah. Catherine will just eat. Um. Try to get a sense of where he is again. He knows he's in the building, but
Mhm.
like recover a little bit.
Just you're just a little disoriented.
I will go out and find Squall eventually.
Well, when do you come out of your bottle?
Around 8.
Oh, okay. So you've been out of your bottle for quite a while.
Yeah.
Kessler, you come out of the room and realize that it's like noon.
Um. I made it home safely.
You have no idea how you got home. You hear some laughing coming from the dining room.
Of course. I don't need an insight for that, I assume.
Yeah, if you go down, yeah, you do see a familiar Veldalkin woman sitting next to a Veldalkin boy and says, "Mommy, don't laugh at my rogue bro."
So, Frederica?
Yep. boy sees you up and says, "Catherine, how are you doing? I'm trying not to be loud because Grant told me that if I'm loud, it might cause you to have a headache."
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're better. Oh, we should probably help you build up a tolerance for drinking because I heard that like some roguey people sometimes they go in and they pretend to be nice to people to try to get them to tell them things they don't want to tell them, and one of the ways is for them to get drunk. And if you could get drunk but not be as drunk as the other person, I suppose you could probably just sleight of hand it and just pretend that you're drinking alcohol, but you're not actually drinking alcohol. I think it would work. It's just one of those really tricky things. By the way, I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm really good at alchemist eyes right now. Don't know why. It's one of those weird things. Like there's somebody in the past that was really good alchemist, kind of taught me things.
Interesting. I'll take a seat, not next to Frederica, and eat or oh, I just finished eating something. I'll go check on my armor.
You go in and you see now all just set up on a pedestal. You see your armor on the mannequin, and you see Gymna with goggles over her eyes, and she's pointing a wand at some sort of metallic object, and you see these sparks coming out. And she hears you come in and looks up and stops and goes, "Oh, hi, armor's done. It's all yours." And then she goes back to work. Yep, it's right there on a mannequin, right out front. You could easily walk over to take it off. Yeah, I just enhanced it enhanced the protector and magic on it, so you now have a studded leather +2.
I'll take my shirt off and put the armor on. And she seems busy, so
Yeah, she's totally not paying attention to you as she's working on something and sparks are flying. I'll just in a couple of inches where she's doing it, like she's welding something.
Thank you.
Welcome. Anything else anybody would like to do today? Otherwise, we'll move on to the council day.
That's what I'm waiting for.
All right. So you arrive at the council chambers. Krebus has walked up. You do notice that Krebus previously, when he came in with you guys, was had a staff and was kind of using that to kind of hold himself up. Kind of it seemed like he was like an old man. Right now, he seems like he was 20 years old, like young, vibrant, full of energy, and he's talking to some people, and you see him actually talking to Elia. Well, everybody is kind of finding their seats in the gallery, and the council is having their own private conversations before the meeting. You anything you want to do before the meeting starts?
Does everyone seem
Everybody seems serious. The energy of the actually roll me an insight check. Take the temperature of the room with an insight. Well, if you want to again.
You said insight.
Yep.
Okay. He's not great at it.
So seems like a normal meeting to you, Squall. But Catherine, you can tell that there's like a little bit of tension in the room. Like something big is about to happen.
I'm just quiet and let all the actual people that are good at talking talk.
Frederica and Boy are having a little bit of an argument. He says, "Mama, could you just please let Squall take care of everything? He's better at talking. I mean, I love you, Mama, but he's so much better than talking to you, and you're not much of a diplomat and everything. So just let it happen. It's gonna be fine." Says, "Why are you talking to me like this? Just trying to help, Mama." That sort of thing. And she kind of like sits in a chair and just humps. Humps. HMPHS. Humps. Rumpf. A tiefling, which you know to be Ryan Nightshade, walks up to you, Squall, says, "So, I understand that you folks have taken care of Zonthal's tower. Am I to understand that you have secured it?"
In the process of securing that, we're waiting on final word for it to be completed. Yes.
Out of the corner of the eye, you see a interesting trio and a black and gold dragonborn stand next to the door, and Layden motions to you as thumbs up.
Well, actually, there's the word right now. Yes, it has been. Zonthal's tower has been secured.
Well, since your people have secured it, the people who I represent, Tarm, if you haven't figured that out by yet, Kazark, you actually had. We are interested in acquiring it from you. We would like to purchase it for you for 50,000 gold pieces.
I'm sorry, what are they trying to buy?
Zonthal's tower. Why is it of such interest to you?
For various reasons.
I'm sorry. What did you say I noticed?
That Ryan is a member of the Zentarum.
Who's Ryan?
The tiefling that just walked up to Squall. Ryan was also the one that handed you the message from the cultist who was trying to defect.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just had to catch up.
Which is one of the reasons why he kind of. All right. Book says Ryan's a she, but Rian I pronounce as Ryan, like Ryan Johnson, acclaimed director of what was it called?
How's it spelled again?
Rian. You just changed the Y to it, the I to a Y. It's Ryan, so I just pronounce it as Ryan. Let me put it in the chat. But I'm characterizing Ryan as a he.
Okay. Choices.
Don't get me wrong, I've known female Ryans, but she even had a Y. So
Just 50,000 gold.
I mean, that's our current offer. Is that not satisfactory?
Just our group went through so much to try to make sure that was taken care of. There was a blue dragon we had to deal with that also devastated the town in front of it, or outside of it, and it was very much a hassle to try to claim that. I feel that 50,000 gold for our group is hardly enough.
I could probably be considered of to throw in the greater healing potion, a potion of frost strength, and a spell scroll of earthquake.
Add additional 10,000 gold onto that with the other items, and then I feel that would be substantial enough.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I have a strange feeling you're gonna make it. And like, okay.
That was almost a one.
I think. Well, I don't think that you really would be bad. I think I'm giving you quite a few things here, very expensive things, might I?
Well, if the offer is not suited to you, we can just hold on to the town. I have a feeling that Eyes of Io can use it quite well.
Ryan just walks off. You see Lariel Silverhand, Open Lord of Waterdeep, move to her seat, and she motions for her counterparts to take theirs. And she knocks a gavel. Call this hopefully final meeting of the Council of Waterdeep into session. I see the Pyre of Faith have returned from their journeys. Would you like to appraise us of the current situations of your recent missions?
Through various different means, we were able to acquire additional allies to help us out. Um, the Council of the um Metallics have fully agreed upon to help us out in our endeavors against the Cult of the Dragons, plus dealing a heavy blow to them by securing Zonthal's tower from the Cult of the Dragons.
Excellent. That's good to hear. Yes, we did see a dragon presence around that area. They seem to be protecting us. We were very much appreciated. We did get word from Elia that we no longer had to provide the appropriate concessions. She's very apologized. It was very impressive. I don't know what you did, but we are very much appreciative of the help. You basically get this impression from each of the members of the council that they somehow got uh, some assistance from metallic dragons in protecting their lands or assisting them with certain endeavors that they had.
We here at the Pirate Faith do our best to do everything we can to help with the cult against the Cult of the Dragons, and we can say that yes, this was with the help of the Eyes of Io. We had great success with the Cult of the Metallic Council.
And then you see Elia stand. One additional thing I would like to add: we have been instructed. We would only ask for the recently appearing north of Waterdeep was a shrine to Io. It was not created by the Eyes of Io. It was created by some other means. And because of its significance, we request that it be taken care of and sanctioned as a neutral territory as a permanent shrine to Io. You do see a man from from the gallery step up. He's wearing a mask with dragon-esque features. You do notice the symbol of Bahamut on a holy symbol around his neck. It says, "I, Toriel of the Temple of Bahamut, do submit that we will take responsibility for the care of this shrine to Io. As Io is the progenitor of Bahamut, we will ensure that it's thoroughly maintained during this entire thing. Rest assured, Alia, that it will be taken care of, and that it will be neutral ground for any dragon that wishes to parley." Hey, Alia says, "Thank you, Toriel. Appreciate that very much. Well, with that out of the way, we do still wish to secure the dragon masks and to be the ones that will hold on to them should we acquire them. If we do not acquire them because of they're destroyed or some other thing happened, we would understand. But you have our full cooperation with the Metallic Dragons in anything they would need."
I get the feeling she's not comfortable with saying all that.
Well, roll me an insight check.
Yeah, I was gonna say something. I thought maybe it was just your voice, but
Oh, nope. Everything seems peachy keen.
Ketherick, she does not want to say any of this. It's as if someone with major influence over her had instructed her to do this.
Like a god.
Possibly. Might have to ask her later.
Well,
there was
I noticed something
a
keen here.
yeah, but I mean, like Ketherick might be like somebody with influence over ancient dragons. Is for some reason making her say this.
There's a minimal amount of people that can do that.
can I whisper my suspicions or whatever I'm feeling towards her to Squall? Or
Yeah.
Grievous or someone?
Yeah. I mean, Kribus is kind of like he stands off to the side because this is your group is pretty much the spotlight. He's just your patron. He's there to provide support and everything, but he's off to the side.
He is there representing I.
Yeah, I'll just tell Squall that he doesn't seem too happy about saying this. I don't want to say it like out loud for everyone to know, but yeah.
She continues. We would also like to apologize for our request to. And I gotta remember people's names. Great. There's so many names.
Or like upset, like angry that she has to say this.
It's like she's nervous. She's trying to make sure that she's saying the right thing and that she's saying everything, and this is really weird for her to be saying because she's a fucking ancient dragon. I would like to apologize for Sir Brownanvil and Lord Melindrock for the request for apologies. They will not be required. We understand that they were things that happened ages ago and that your people of the current day were not involved. The apology is no longer necessary. Yeah, you see Kribus actually walk up next to her and put a hand on her shoulder. She looks over. She kind of like gives a little bit start and says, "Calm down, honey. Fine. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. We have also would ask that the commanding officers, if that would be the place in any assault that we would participate in, be the avatar of Io Kribus." Kribus starts. I mean, yeah, I know. I know. He starts like whispering to her. Says, "Why I have to do that?" She's like a. This is he didn't even know about this. It's like, well, like you don't have to do that. It's, eh, as well as his husband Kriv. I suppose that can be done if that's okay with you, lords and ladies. They kind of look at each other, all like confused. If that is your wish, will the eyes of Io be participating in the battle? Yeah, we were definitely we were definitely planning to participate. Anyways, uh, I guess more to my party, I suppose. Hey, you just tell me where you need them. I'll make sure they get there right where they're supposed to be. 'Cause that will be discussed more during our war council. You said you subscribed on Zontal's tower, and you will be, since you did acquire, uh, did conquer it, for lack of a better term. What are you planning to do with it? Might we ask?
Um, as of right now, we will be holding on to it as an asset of the Eyes of Io, until the time is deemed necessary to grant it to someone, to give it to another person.
You do hear. I'm going to summarize. Do you hear the representative from the Arcane Brotherhood speaks up and says, "So Wizard's Tower, we would definitely be ones that would probably be the best to take care of it, and it would be very beneficial to in our needs as well as the defense of Faerun." And everybody else kind of pipes in for providing different reasons. Says, "Well, Lariel hammers the gavel and says, "Well, I will leave this to the Power of Faith and their decision as the conquerors of where it should be held. We will put it in the stewardship of the Eyes Fire. Trust me, if we do find a use to it, we will make sure that we share whatever we need. We are not here to be part of one nation, but to help all."
Finger God. Ignore me. Go ahead.
Right. And Antar says, "And I understand you uptook a mission to Thay. What did the Thayans say?"
That is true. We did. We were requested to parlay with them on due to our overall group's interactions in the past with the some Red Wizards of Thay. Um, the main enclave of wizards wanted to express that their desires do not match those that are part of the cult of the dragons. They are, in fact, the wizards that are there are actually exiles from their group. Um, we were able to convince them to actually help us out in the upcoming battle. Um, due to them not wanting to be seen, even though of their unorthodox methods of magic, they do not want to be seen associated with the cult. So they in turn are going to help us out.
You get kind of
I understand that this is uneasy to hear or to accept, but in the end, yes, they we know what they're known for, but that also is a resource that we are able to use and are attack against you. They wish no measures to be done afterward or anything. They just want to be known that they are not part of the cult. There is no concessions, no negotiations that they want of anything after the fight.
Lothar, you actually, both of you roll me a insight check.
Fuck Christ. Wow.
Always a natural, I think, is the ability. Keswick rolled a
Yeah,
1
second.
and still got a better score because anything that he's proficient in that's below a 10 is automatically considered a 10. But I would definitely say both the temperature of everything. You do see that the representative from the Harpers, which is not Leosin. I can never remember who she is. Something. And of course, they don't have it listed here. It just says the Harpers. King Meladrak of the Elves, Dagalt, Never Ember, and Tyrion Hornblade, which I believe is the representative of Cormyr, seem impressed for the arrangements that you made. Meanwhile, Ansar Froome of the Order of the Gauntlet, Ambassador Brananvil the Dwarf, and Sir Istavel is from Cormyr. You forget all of these. Which. They had mentioned look disturbed about what had happened, as if there's some sort of issue, and they start kind of like grumbling to each other. L'Oreal and Lady L'Oreal and Olger Ravengard, who is I believe he's Emerald Enclave. L'Oreal actually says, well, while the Red Wizards are unpredictable, may be necessary, especially if there are Red Wizards amongst the Cult of the Dragon. It may be effective to have one to counter the other. It is necessary, and hopefully they don't take advantage of it. But we will have to do our best to keep them in check. But they will be helpful. So they're pretty satisfactory for that. With that, we would take the vote and assess our resources. And in a 10-day, we will make for the Well of the Dragons. Everyone will have a war council at the Eyes of Io, with your permission, Mr. Delmir of Nyquil. Yes, ma'am. We would be welcome to host any of your generals. Meeting adjourned. The hammers her gavel, and the meeting is adjourned.
That seemed to go fairly well.
Yeah. They are planning on having a war council at the Eyes of Io, which will include only really generals. People will be mustering their armies, and they'll be taking stock of their resources, which need to be assigned. As you are heading back to the Sanctum of Eyes, a man stands. You see actually, this would be a tiefling standing in the middle of the road as you're probably driving down. I'm assuming you kind of came as a group, probably on horses. And it says, "You are the Pyre of Faith. Are you not?
That be we.
My master wishes to entreat with you.
And who'd be your master?
You have met him before. You gave him a certain crown.
Oh,
Show us the way.
This way, please. And he starts walking into the woods. You reach a very familiar looking tent.
Some of them, not just Squall.
Keysark would recognize.
To everyone else in the Pyre of Faith would be recognizable, except for Squall.
if Squall is paying attention, you'd see Fair on.
Well, Squall would be understanding of what this is all about, because he would have been apprised of it by Kriv.
We have a name.
You can call him Cruel. AR. Oh no, Cruel is already taken. I forgot.
Krull. Krull, you're thinking. I know this incident was somewhere. I'm trying to find where it was.
This is
Bonehead.
Because I think I would at least give the name. Oh, here it is. So you open the tent flap and you see sitting in a chair a bone devil, surrounded by five, actually seven, like actually six, because the seventh would be walking into the chamber right now, be walking up towards it, and he gets down on the knee and says, "Lord Volmer, I have brought the pie of faith." And if you look back at Frederica, her eyes are squinting and glaring. Says, "You again."
Frederica, just calm down for a moment. We might be there, so can be time to hurt them. But first, let's see what they want.
The Bone Devil puts his fingers together and says, "My master, Lord Asmodeus, would like to offer our assistance. There are some devils that have been getting out of line and are participating with this cult of the dragon. I would like to offer our services. We can keep it in secret until we absolutely necessary. Some of my friends here will be ready to summon us when you need us. So you can account us as your allies for this endeavor."
Why would you? What is it to Asmodeus of what devils do and not? Isn't it their modus operandi to cause chaos?
Oh, you're thinking of the demons. We are devils. We prefer order.
Not one to shun away from hell.
Consider this a continuation of the deal we had before. You have paid us with what Asmodeus has considered much more than what we have given you. We gave you some information before you returned the crown. Asmodeus was very happy for that return. And with this, we are considering this an extension of return payment for what you have already paid. The deal was essentially already struck. We just did not complete our end of the bargain. By the way, his mouth never moves during any of this. You're all hearing this in your head.
Seems legit. All right. Well, if that is what you say,
Wait, Tetrick, if you want to insight him to see if he's lying or anything, you're very welcome to.
I suck at insight, as we can tell.
You can persuade people. I'm assuming you can probably deceive.
I can lie. I can persuade people. I'm a hell of a performer. I can't read people.
Okay.
There we go.
Strangely enough, you could tell this devil, he's being sincere. He may be evil, but he's a devil. He struck a bargain. He gave you some information, but it was determined, especially by his own master, that he didn't return the payment in full. You know, it's like when somebody overspends for something and then they get bonus stuff because they overpaid for something. You overpaid for some information. And there's like, well, this was a big deal to Asmodeus. And he's willing to send devils off to fight devils which are trying to help Tiamat get out of there.
Like I said, who am I to turn away from help?
Doesn't your boss have like I don't know, a way he could just snap the devils out of existence?
It doesn't work that way.
This is for me.
Mm.
I won't speak out. Low, I will. Okay, cool.
Well, I would leave Aaron Castellaneta here to be our envoy. We will remain here and stay in secret because I know that some of the people around here don't trust us for some reason.
I couldn't understand why.
A bargain has been made.
Excuse me. No.
Well, it was made previously. We're just continuing to take our end of the
They're
bargain.
just telling us that, hey, this is gonna happen.
And of course, it would just make things a lot easier if we coordinated efforts. That's all. So, the Aaron Castellaneta will be his representative to you people because he's a tiefling and not an actual full-fledged devil. Well, he's not a devil; he's a tiefling, but you know what I mean.
He's humanoid, not.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be your contact. He's going to be your go-between.
What's his name?
Aaron. Aaron. Castellaneta. I just made that name up.
No, really?
As you get closer to the Sanctum of Eyes, you see you see this a cloud seeming to descend towards the Sanctum of Eyes.
What now?
Does it look like a storm cloud or
It and Frederica goes. It can't be, Mama.
Oh, Dustin knows what this is. I think.
Kriv, you're outside doing a little bit of training, and you just kind of glance up into the sky, and you see this cloud descending towards the Sanctum of Eyes.
And it's familiar.
Maybe. Actually, yeah, you probably, because it dropped you off, and as it was leaving, you would probably have seen it or recognize it from below.
Oh. Okay. I start flying up towards it. Change as I do. I change into Marshak,
Mirror shock.
and like get above the get above the cloud.
And you see a very familiar sky castle. By the way, last time Blagoskas saw you, you were just a blue dragonborn.
No, be a lot of change.
You do see some cannons on the battlements, manned by some ogres, and you see them turn towards your direction.
I quickly change back into my dragonborn. Can I make my skin blue?
Yeah, I would say you can.
And I would make it so I look like I used to, just with wings.
Yeah, you hear a shout, and the ogres at the cannon kind of like look back, and then they slump their shoulders, and then they step away from the cannons.
And I'll head to where we last saw the leader.
Okay, so you go into one of the courtyards, and headed. Need to open that module just because I need to remember names before,
That's
besides
been a while.
Blagoskas.
That's been a while.
Yeah, so hold on. Horses. Court of the Druid. Sky Reach. You see two stone giants come out of a chamber that's just off the. It says Kriv. You recognize Wigloff and Hulda, who are the stone giants that were doing the augury ritual when you met them. It says that dragon was you?
Well, yes, it was. Long story, blessing Bahamut type
It,
thing.
yes. Wow.
And
Impressive.
there also is another change too, and I'll change myself back
Oh,
so that you see that it was me. There's been a lot of changes since we last met, friends.
I think there would be a lot to cut up. Please, Blagoskas would like to speak with you in your company.
We'll gladly have them.
Okay.
I forgot.
And it, do you know if we may land near your sanctum? I understand that's where you're staying.
Yes, I let them know on the ground to not worry. I'll head ahead of you.
Exit, and we'll land and lower the gates, too,
Yes.
so you can just walk in. So, meanwhile, squalling Castle, you're coming in, and you come through the sanctum out back, and you see this like icy looking castle with on the battlements are some cannons and some ogres um, standing on it, and it kind of sinks into the water a little bit, or at least the cloud does, and then a drawbridge lowers, and out walks Kriv.
I was about to raise my bow, but okay.
It's okay. They're friends. Don't need to worry. They're here to help. I think. You guys are here to help, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they're here to help.
Well, this should come in handy. I was hoping that we would be able to take this place over, but that was another matter altogether. What is this place, Mama? It was something about you guys were in your there thingy. And Kribus comes running out and says, "Whoa, hey, is this that castle thingy that you were telling me about the other when he came back from the adventuring up north?"
Yes. Yes, this is.
Oh,
I start doing introductions.
okay. Nice to meet you. You said you want to. Let's see. Yeah, the roster has changed a little, but so the actual Pyre Faith here is Zindralov, because I totally forgot that Zindralov was supposed to be here.
NPCs, man. NPCs.
This here is Catherick, and we got Frederica and her boy. By the way, boy, he's also the dragon. Don't worry about it. He's good bonded with Frederica. He is a good boy. Sometimes I'm always a good boy. And yeah, so Kriv is along with the Pyre of Faith, but he is here with us here at the Sanctum of Eyes as part of the Eyes of Io. But you said you wanted to treat with them. I will let you in. Kriv, did you want to join them?
Yeah.
I'm doing this with the wrong voice. It's supposed to be doing it in the Kribus voice.
No, it's like okay, switch voices. I did that bit in my squall voice. We know what's going on. Yes, I'll join them.
All right. So, the Stone Giants take you to the tower where Logoscus stays, and you enter his chambers, and he is sitting on the ground getting his hair brushed by two ogre women. Ah, I see we have arrived. Pyre of Faith, I greet you again.
It
I
is
see.
you, Lagoscus.
I see you have some new members to your party.
A few, yes.
We understand that your people are intending to move against the dragons at the Well of the Dragons.
That is correct.
We would like to offer you our aid, both the castle as well as my people.
That'd greatly be appreciative.
Wilgrove, Wigloff, Hulda, would you please help coordinate our efforts? Anything that you require from Skyreach itself, I will be handling personally. As for the actual mediation with the stone giants, anything else you would like, the giants in general, we'll work with Wigloff. We have assigned Wigloff and Hulda to take care of.
Thank you, sir.
feels like we're going to war.
Weird, right?
Right.
It's like the campaign's coming to an end.
So, to summarize for you, and I think we will cut the session here. But something to think about in the meantime. Here are your assets. You have the Order of the Gauntlet. You have the Emerald Enclave. The Zentarum are providing support through assassins. There are Harper agents. You have metallic dragons. You have devils. You have giants. And the entire Lords of Alliance army. You have Skyreach Castle. So Skyreach Castle and the giants are two separate things. Can be considered two separate things. And you have the Arcane Brotherhood.
Plus the Wizards of Thay.
Who's stronger, Tiamat or Asmodeus?
I feel like
This is a me question, not a Catherine question.
yeah, Thay and Wizards.
Tiamat is an
Red
actual.
Wizards.
Well, they're both gods, aren't they? Or is Asmodeus just a high devil?
Asmodeus, to my concern, is a god. But he's one of the things about him is that he is there to keep devils in check as best as he possibly can. But he has 9 layers of hell to try to manage. If he can get agents to take care of this rabble, he might be able to commit some forces, but obviously there's more to this than just some other devils. It's not a simple snap of the finger because his attention is not just in here. He's like, look, those guys need to be taken care of. Can you guys deal with that? Great.
Yeah. All this firepower is making me a bit afraid for the future. Okay. So are we gonna have to like coordinate all this?
The other information that you will find, and we'll get some of this information from the Harper and Zentarum spot right here. Something I want to. I have a list. Okay. That is your assets. I'm putting in the Discord. That is what you need to counter.
Counter?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So one of the things you find out from Harper and Zentarum spies is that Wrath Modor, who you had killed at Skyreach Castle, apparently his body was flung from the battlements of Skyreach Castle to clean up the place. His body was found, and he was resurrected by the Cult of the Dragon, or at least the Red Wizards that were part of the Cult of the Dragon or something. In other words, he's still alive. Or he's live again. Take your pick. He's not undead.
I don't think
Weird for Red Wizards. Priv and Frederica might be able to tell you about this. He's a Red Wizard they ran into during the first part of the.
So wait, the Wizards of Thay aren't helping us out?
Red Wizards are. It wasn't part of my copy and paste thing. So you also have Red Wizards. So edit. Enter. Red Wizards. Save. There you go. I fixed it. I copied from the book. The book, for some reason, doesn't have it. And I'm like, well, why did we do this whole thing if you're not going to list satisfactional accents?
Ooh, boy.
It just happens that there are also devils and there are also giants that are cooperating with the Cult of the Dragon.
Could I possibly convince the giants to come on our side?
You already have giants on your side.
Oh,
Basically,
Okay.
I see it as dragons take care of dragons, devils take care of devils, giants take care of giants, and the wizards taking care of wizards.
I mean, you do have the Arcane Brotherhood that could take care of wizards too,
And
because
can
they're
join
wizards.
forces. They can join forces.
yeah.
Like the assassins take care of the mercenaries, or actually probably take care of the leaders, the cult leaders.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think assassins would be a very good match against mercenaries.
Such as like great no cult leaders. Probably the Lords of like either order the what are the Order of the Gauntlets again?
All right, so let me get you a little bit more information.
Yeah.
Pretty much just
There.
people that protect stuff.
All right, so description of Order of the Gauntlet. Troops of the Order of the Gauntlet are amongst the toughest, most steadfast soldiers in the Sword Coast. Besides serving in their own units, leadership bolsters other troops.
So
That was
either
it.
Order
Oh.
the Gauntlet take care of the troops or the mercenaries. And then the army take care of the other one.
We
So basically,
could just pay off the mercenaries.
So let me give you further descriptions. So, Emerald Enclave are druids and rangers of the Emerald Enclave answer the call to arms by bringing their treant and griffin allies from the forests and mountains of the Sword Coast. Zhentarim assassins, these silent killers, stalk and kill enemy leaders and messengers. Though only a handful of Zhentarim assassins have joined the fight, they can paralyze an enemy unit as a decisive moment or prevent a crucial order from reaching their destination. Harper agents, they're good at intercepting intelligence during battle. And Harper agents can provide key information about cult plans and deployments. As well, Harper archers, infantry, and spellcasters can have an enormous impact on the battle. Metallic dragons. Oh, here we go. Devils, giants. Do I really need to say anything about those?
no.
Okay. Lords Alliance Army, the massed forces of the separate members of the Lords Alliance are second only to the Order of the Gauntlet in fighting power and are far numerous. Skyreach, well, it's a castle with battle ballistas and such.
Oh,
Arcane
hey.
Brotherhood, wizards.
Before I forget this, at some point I'd like to go out and buy some thieves tools.
If you ask for some thieves tool from Gemma, she'd be like, "Yeah, there's a pile of them over there."
We'll do that. This is the second game and I'm forgetting to buy thieves.
Yeah, just put it on your sheet. If you have proficiency in a tool, you have the tool. I just assume you have the tool if you have proficiency on it. but I'll let you guys ponder kind of what you're planning on dispersing your forces and the plan of attack for next time, and we will do a quick war council, and then we'll head to the well of dragons.
When was the last
And
time we
is
leveled
a
up?
9.
It is the time. I wouldn't be surprised if it still takes at least 2 more sessions.
I figured by end of August, we'll be done.
We'll be able to take a week off because my birthday's on the 29th. And I will probably have the previous day have done our power hour, which I'll probably need recovery from. So I might still stream that day. And I
the
mean,
goal is to be done on the 22nd. 3 sessions.
hopefully.
Goal.
That's what
Okay.
I want to give you time to prepare forces. I will also think if there's any other vital information that I can get you that the Harpersons and Tarm spies will be able to get you to for next session.
Cool.
But the goal is you guys interact in regards to this between sessions. So that's the goal. In the meantime, good night to all the people who watch this, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch.